my friends, before we get this video started, this weekend, September 26th, 27th, we will not be at Smoky Mountain. We will be at the 4 States Guilty by Association Semi-Truck Show in Joplin, Missouri. We'll be set up with the Wrenchworks tent. You can also get entered for Wrenchworks giveaway number 21 there. Speaking of that, we are down to the final week, give or take. 50 times entries is back, which was our highest entry multiplier the entire giveaway. But right now, I believe we're down to like 9 days left. I know you haven't gotten entered. Right now would be the perfect time to stack some big entries on the giveaway. Appreciate you guys a ton. Anything that you buy online automatically gets you entered from wrenchworks.com to get entered in the current giveaway truck. 28,000 mile G56 Laramie. I don't think it doesn't get any better than that, but make sure you guys go get entered for the giveaway. Appreciate you guys a ton. Last but not least, before we get this video started, there is a truck idling in the background of this video. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that, but didn't want to leave you guys hanging with no audio. So I tried to minimize it as much as possible. Appreciate you guys a ton. Go get entered for the giveaway truck. Probably going to be one of your last reminders. 50 times entries are back. Highest entry multiplier that we have ran. So if you missed launch week, perfect time to pick them up at the very end. But that's it. I think that's all the announcements. Let's get this video rolling. What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another video. For the first time ever, we have broke down in the 379. So you guys know yesterday or last video, we loaded up the 379. We've got everything for Mid-Michigan Mayhem on our way here. We pulled in to get fuel, luckily, and I'm like, man, the truck is high idling. It's weird. Let me pop the hood, let me see what's going on. Well, this truck still has the old like dual V-belt setup here in the front. And I'm not even gonna lie, they've looked loose-ish previously, and I'm like, I think they'll be all right. We should probably take care of that. Well, we are now in a Love's truck stop, and we're gonna be taking care of that now because I didn't take care of it previously. But thankfully, the truck died in the fuel island at 2 o'clock in the morning. My man Demure here, I will put up his name. He basically saved the day. He was getting fuel as well. He had his hood popped. He had a big old cat engine, so I was like, hey brother, cat, hey cat brother, I need your help. And he jump started us. He helped me get in this spot overnight. That way we could sleep for an hour or two. So it is Friday morning. Mid-Michigan Mayhem starts in a few hours. So we are going to put some belts on this thing. I don't have any belts. Lo and behold, the Love's truck stop behind me, for whatever reason, still has V-belts. So I think we'll be okay. It's just a matter of, I've never done this before, and the V-belt stuff, you kind of have a weird tensioner setup. So it shredded both of the belts going from the balancer up to the tensioner, and then this one is compromised a little bit, but it's got 2 here, so we lost 3 out of 4, but nothing really driving the alternator. But the alternator does spin free, the compressor does spin free. I originally got a little worried because I was like, man, if something's locked up, we've got a bigger job than just belts. But because I know that they were old and loose, I think they just had enough. Either that or something was locked up and it's not locked up now. We are gonna find that out together on this trip. But little bit of a fix here. We'll see if we can't make it happen. Also, fun story. Tools are extremely limited too. I do carry some tools, but obviously not enough to rebuild a semi-engine on a whim. I'd love to, but we just don't have. There's just never enough room. I tell you what, next year we're gonna be switching it up. All right, I did have jumper cables. Oh my gosh! Last night, me and Demure, my man saved me because I was having a little bit of a panic. Hey, you want to hear something funny? My heavy-duty jumper cables are in the toolbox there in the trailer. So I'm like, you know what? I might need those. batteries are dead. So that's funny. I'm like, you never know. I've been blessed enough to not have to fix a lot of stuff on the road. Not because I'm good at maintenance, because it just happens to be the luck of the draw. And today that luck is out. But you know what? We did pack some stuff and some things. And I'll tell you what, flat-jawed Nipex will do a lot. They're right up there with duct tape, trust me. Got the old Evercraft set here. I think we should be able to do some damage with this. I will tell you, this next item that I'm about to pull out of here, I never leave home without. Also, not sponsored, but if I only say this for stuff that I honestly, like, really, truly believe. Tubbo towels, Tubbo towels. You want? I will. Tubbo towels. I don't know what they put in this stuff. Made with love. Formulated with I don't even know what. But if it doesn't come off with Tubbo towels, brother, you got something serious on your hands. Because there isn't a thing that I won't put up against Tubbo towels. And I bring them everywhere we go. So Tubbo towels, hit me up. Also, Viper chairs. I need some better chairs. Undo these 4 bolts, and this thing, see how it slides? Maybe not. That whole thing slides up and down. Really need a bottle of penetrating lube too. You got any of that? You got any spray lube? Maybe in your private bag? Take those. I've been sneaking that in there because it's the half-inch drive.
Got a half-inch drive in there.
Of this? Yeah, maybe we'll try that. My man Jeff's from Loves Pendleton, Indiana. Jeff's coming through. Normally, you know, I would suffer out here with the limited tools because that's what they get paid to do. But my man Jeff's coming through. So, broke the adjustment threaded rod, so that's no good. I can't get the belt around the damper on the fan, so we're gonna try and take the fan off. See if power tools. Oh, yeah, yeah. See if this speeds it up. Okay. Plan B. Will it work? Yeah, it's gonna be like this. I guess it's gonna come down now. Okay, the fan's off. The belt still isn't going on. And I broke the adjustment that is crucial to I bet you somebody already put it all the way down. So if I go up, that alleviates the problem of bottoming the stud out. You know what I mean? I think we get a longer belt than what we have, as tight as we can, put it on, and then go up with it. And if this needs to go shorter, then whatever. That's already like super long. So we had to run to Napa and get longer belts.
But not too long.
Yeah, we can't have too long, but not too short. Somebody's already been in here finagling with things besides me. So the adjustment is actually already almost all the way down. And I think whoever had belts on this before had, like, there is no set, like, standard. You can move that adjustment up and down like 4 or 5 inches. So we're gonna try to go back up with the tensioner. Don't mind our friend over here. He's been idling for way too long. But once we get that set, then we gotta see if we can get belts for the alternator. So we're, we're just cruising along, you know. The most important part of all of this is if you're broke down, it's only as bad as you let your mind think it is. So we're here, nothing we can do about it. We got some good dudes over here helping us. We'll get her fixed up.
Dang, we're rolling.
There she is. Well, there's one. That's about what we want right there. All right. Here we go. It's on. If we could go like a hair more, I feel would feel a little bit better, but at the same time, I don't want to snap nothing. And because I think what it's doing is when I take that adjustment up, now it's just like it's now pulling against this, and probably when I go to tighten it that way, it might even get a little tighter. Right there, baby. That's supposed to be on there. We'll hang that up on my wall. Remember this day forever. Damn crusty ass thing. Have got belts. We are officially going back together.
We're belted.
We're belted up, man. You know what? I'm gonna tighten this. Right. Me and my man Jeff, we got her done. We have glorious new belts. They are on. They are tight. They are adjusted. We're about to fire it up though. Like better than when they're fully charged. And that's inside the cab, there's an engine fan. It says auto and then on. Go flip it to on. I think that sounds worse than it is. So that's the air going to the fan clutch. That's what's making that horrendous noise. It's not actually the belt locking up. I don't know if there's like a leak in that hose, because there's an air hose that goes to the front of that. I can't like feel anything, but I can't like also check for an air leak while the belts are like slapping around in there. So either way, we are hitting the damn road. Everybody wants a Peterbilt 379 till it's time to do Peterbilt 379s. About to make a TikTok or reel says, if you can't fix your shit in a parking lot for 12 hours, stick to your 450, little bro.
Good enough to roll.
If you go fast enough and there's enough air movement, you don't even need a fan clutch.
Who needs a fan?
All right, wash up one last time and hit the road. All right, guys, well, as you can tell, we are back home at the shop, and we have made it home with the 379. So picking up kind of where the video left off, we jumped back on the road, and we made it the last 4 hours to mid-Michigan, and then the following Sunday, not the following Sunday, but that Sunday, we made the 8-hour trek from Michigan all the way back home with no belt issues. Now, right at the tail end, we got the belts back on. We went inside to pay. We came back out and we heard that air noise, like consistently leaking, and then it would come on and off. So I'm not exactly sure if it is a air line going to the fan clutch, or maybe a weak fan clutch. Something to do with the fan clutch. Now, let's go over this job here in a little bit more detail. So, belts are on it. We're good to go. They do make a conversion kit to run a normal style, like really thick, like serpentine belt, like an 8-rib or something like that. Kind of normally like what's on the pickup truck. So we are going to swap over to that. So I'm not really overly concerned to do that job. A lot of this stuff has to come back apart. So we're going to get everything ordered up for that and kind of swap the front end of this engine over to that newer style, big one-piece kind of long serpentine belt. So that is the plan. I do know that's available. Let me hop up on here and kind of show you guys down a little bit further on that adjustment. So this line right here that kind of travels back along this loop and looks like goes to this piece right here, that is what actually sends air down to the fan clutch. So sounds like the air leak noise is coming from down there, not up here. Being that we were in that area quite a bit, I'm not sure if it's a rubbed hose or whatnot, but you can see the line. And down there where you see that shiny piece, that is where the adjustment threaded rod is supposed to come up all the way up to here. And being the nature of, as you can see, the age of the truck and the condition that we had gotten it way back when, a lot of hardware is just frozen on this thing, and that adjustment threaded rod and that nut, it broke when I tried to hold the jam nut down there and spin it free so you could adjust it. But what we ended up doing was going to a different length belt, honestly probably more of the appropriate length belt for what it's supposed to be. Moved the tensioner back up, locked that down, and as you guys can see, we've got some good tension on these belts right here. I actually don't know how much tension we're supposed to have, so you tell me if that's, let me zoom in here. You tell me if that's too much or too little. I mean, I've got like, depending on how you measure your measurements, you know, maybe 3/4 of an inch of slack, maybe an inch or so. I mean, They're not real loose, but they're not real tight. But that's about all I could get out of them. Same thing up here. I'm not a belt noob, but I'm not a belt pro. But I think that the tension that we have on them is pretty good. Again, 8 hours home, 4 hours there. We're gonna swap it out anyway. I'm not too concerned, but we should be good there. But other than that, we did get back on the road. Huge thank you to the guys in Pendleton, Indiana, the Love Center there, Jeff, his boss, for helping us out. They had a lot of tools that we could not have done that job, or really made my life 10 million times easier. Still took quite a bit kind of figuring out all the belt situation, and then Amanda Muir kind of jumping me off the fuel island there because the truck was pretty much dead. So it's just, I'm insanely grateful for anyone who's always like helped in any way, shape, or form. Like, you know, I'm just thankful for help. We got a storm coming in if you guys hear some wind, but that's it. 379 is back in action. For now, we still want to we still have some maintenance items to knock out on the truck, and we will probably end up doing that stuff when we tear the whole entire truck down. But some exhaust, just the list goes on, right? I mean, the truck's a 2002, 2003. It's an oldie but a goodie. But that is pretty much going to wrap up our roadside repair video on the 379. Always humbling when you are stuck, stranded, don't have tools, and you know, good people just helping out. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys get entered for the giveaway truck ending here very soon. So, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, 50 times entries are back, highest multiplier the entire giveaway. So no better time to grab those entries. I'm super excited to give the keys to this beast plus a 10 grand to one of you guys very soon. Appreciate you guys as always. More videos coming, and we'll see you soon. See ya.